It is time for yet another spectacular stream with your favorite color surfing DJ, Serjay Svek. Let's go. Hello humans, good to see you all once again. It is your favorite color surfing DJ, Serjay Svek, back with yet another spectacular stream. And whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the VOD, whether you're chatting or lurking, you are all welcome here. And I hope that this stream will bring a little more color to your day. Welcome to the show, everyone. It is now 9:04 p.m. on Saturday, March 8, 2025, and that time check was brought to you by yours truly. So it has been 1 week since the new month has occurred. How is everybody doing? And hopefully you were able to settle in after the month of love, February. Now we're in the month of heat waves. Here in the Philippines, it's just so sad because of all the heat. It's just burning so much. Woo, Nelly. I can't imagine, what people have to go through. It's just so absurd with all the heat. It's just so much. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm just acting like this because I'm really happy with all the puppeteering that I'm able to do with my model. Again, now that we're using phone, the cell phone to be able to capture my model, I feel a little bit more lively, Wait, I got my evil eyes on. Anyway. Okay, so thank you very much again to our early birds. We do have Mayu, we do have myself as well. And Mayu says, oh my god, I sent to my work GC the duality of the weather. That is so true. We're not yet at that point though. Probably around May or June we're gonna see it again, the one where it's like, oh, it's burning hot right in the morning, and then all of a sudden, boom, it is raining. Goodness gracious, rainy season cannot come any sooner. But with all the changes in the weather, climate change is real. Yeah. Okay. With all the changes in the weather recently, I don't doubt that things are gonna get really, really tough when it starts to rain. Yeah. Mayu says, I just wish the rain will last a bit. Maybe, yeah, but as long as it's not too strong. Just a light shower to lessen the heat, but nothing way too severe because when it rains, it pours, and all the people that live in the low-lying areas are really gonna go through it, so it's hard. It's hard having to go through all of that, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get something that's a little bit more manageable to everybody else. It's a lot easier that way. But aside from that though, I'm happy that we were able to come here. I wasn't planning to stream, but a part of me wanted to to be here. You know how it is. It's like there's just like this itch that you just can't scratch at all. You just want to stream, and I felt that I was a bit too low energy these past few days, so I thought, what, why don't we just try and be a little bit low energy and chill. Low energy doesn't always have to be bad. Sometimes it just means that you get to enjoy do stuff, and you don't really have to worry about it so much. So I'm fine with it as long as everybody's enjoying, and as long as I get to yap for ages. That's fine with me. So yeah, that's where we are right now, and I hope that everybody will be able to get some good stuff right now. It has been a while, and I hope that you were able to get a lot of benefits and such Let's see. Let me just make sure. I'm actually trying. I actually have like a bunch of stuff here because I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube right now, and it's not as easy as before in the sense that I've got I'm using Restream to do it, so I don't have easy access to like the Twitch activity panel like before. Now, and I'm using my cell phone to be able to use my camera. So, and now I have a separate iPad to be able to bring it, to be able to see the Twitch activity. So in case something happens, like, you know, someone redeems something, then at least I'll be able to see it. Oh boy. Anyway, I think that's enough chatting for now. You know, the reason why we're playing Fruit Mountain to begin with is because so I can actually chat while we're talking. So we'll go ahead and do that right now, and we'll transfer over and we'll have some fun. So let's go ahead and get over to it then, shall we? There we go. Okay. This game, honestly, this game is... There we go. Alright, wait. Did I put the volume down on this? There we go. Alright. Perfect. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it. I was actually wondering, it's like, wait, is the volume reflecting correctly? Yeah. So, we're back. We're back to the unhinged chatting hours, peeps. Alright, let's go ahead and get started then. I think it's amazing how there are some games on Steam that allow, like, I really appreciate it whenever there's a game on Steam that allows for, what's this? Not lower volume, excuse me, that allows it to auto mute whenever you're not in the game anymore. Let's say you want to go to OBS, and then all of a sudden, bang, it just mutes until you go back to the game itself. That is a blessing. You have no idea. You know, I remember when I first played Animal Crossing New Horizons. And that was the start of my streamer journey, right when the pandemic started. And I remember my starting fruit, because in New Horizons you have a starting fruit, so you can choose between pears or apples or peaches or cherries. And I've seen peaches IRL that are not canned, but I still find it fascinating that, you know, you could see a peach that looks like this pink, and then it turns out to have like really bright orange flesh. Like, you know, what's the deal with that? And I remember when I used to play Suika game that there were pears that were actually circular shaped. That's a thing that exists. But I didn't even know that, you know, there were also like circular pears. I always used to think pears were like this shape, you know, the one with a long end at the end. It's like, huh, that actually exists. So if you're not careful, if you don't like pears, you might end up biting into a pear, thinking it was an apple. I guess you could say, if you realize it too late, you will be wallowing in despair. Okay, let's go. Alright, anyway. So, let's go ahead and get to it then, shall we? Yes, if there's one good thing about this game, it's that it's very easy to go to my OBS and clip. We'll get a lot of clippable moments. You know, I'm very happy, though, that there is a group called Tiny Tuber Clips on Blue Sky. And they do allow for you to send in your VTuber clips from Twitch and stuff. And that gives a chance for, you know, for you to be able to get spotlighted as well. And that's nice, you know, giving opportunity for VTubers to shine, those of a smaller size. And I've submitted my fair share of clips. I did tell them that I would like to use the ones in my new model because the ones that were featured were from before Serjay 2.0 were featured, and they were very gracious about it, thankfully. And I assured them that there was nothing wrong with what's this? You still using my old model for some of the videos? Because, well, that was already how it was when they were reviewing my old models. So it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm very happy that if I get featured, the next few clips would be featuring Serjay 2.0 now. I think that's something that's very nice. You know, there are... you know how it is when people say that if you want to make it successfully as a content creator, you really need to put your foot out there? And I still believe that. But it's a huge challenge to try to make it out there sometimes, you know? Despite how well you market yourself, sometimes people just can't see you through no fault of your own. So it can be very easy to fall into the trap, you know, and be very harsh with yourself because, you know, you think, what am I doing wrong? Why I'm doing everything right? But as much as you wish that you could try to make things work, sometimes it just doesn't work. Kind of like a relationship. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, you know, you keep doing your best, no matter what. You keep doing your best no matter what. And hopefully you'll be able to find some people that can actually appreciate you for your efforts. That would be amazing. But even if not, you might as well just keep going for it. Hopefully, I think what they were there was a saying that said like success is being prepared while being lucky. I'm not sure how the exact saying goes, but it's like, you know, you work hard, you prepare well ahead in advance, and when the time comes for you to be lucky to be noticed, then, well, you're already halfway there. Excuse me. Coffee late at night, of course. I will not discount the fact that hard work is very important, but, you know, I think with my 5 years as a content creator, it's safe to say that sometimes, despite all of your hard work, it is very hard to get a payoff. But of course, that doesn't mean that you should ever stop, because, well, it depends on what you're trying to look for, I suppose. You know, some people really want to get success, to get big, which is fine. But for me, I guess it just really wanted something to leave behind. You know what I mean? It sounds very grim, but that's the exact reason why I started streaming in the first place during the pandemic, you know? You know, with the uncertainty of the day-to-day, never knowing if you were going to be hit by the virus next. You know, you could never be too sure what was going to happen next, so I wanted to leave something behind, anything behind, that if anything happened to me, people would be able to remember me and hopefully have something to remember me by. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity that people were able to remember. You know, I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. You know, to have some kind of legacy, to be remembered by anybody. That would be great. Especially for me, because I don't want children. Yeah. Being you know, not being aromantic has its things, I suppose. I still find it very funny, you know. I still sometimes think about wanting to have children, of being a father, and raising a family of my own. Although in this economy, I'm not sure if I want to. Excuse me. I'm not sure if I want to in this economy. It's not exactly the best. But, you know, I mean, there's a part of me that still wonders what if I do have a do get married and have a family. But I don't really look into it anymore. I think one benefit of getting older is realizing that, you know, all those things that they used to tell you about, that, you know, you have to raise a family and stuff like that, it's not a requirement. You know, you're no lesser of a person if you don't want to pursue those sorts of things. You know, peer pressure is an awful thing. Yeah, baby. Peer pressure hurts. And I remember, speaking of which, because there was this comic that I read, a local comic strip on the newspaper, and it mentioned that, you know, how in school they would force you to do these activities. So, for example, whenever the sports festival would come, they would make you do dance numbers in front of everybody and in front of your family and stuff. Well, let me tell you, for people who are not yet in the workforce, it never ends. You will be still be doing dancing. Although this time it's in front of all of your coworkers and probably the executives. And even if you own your business, it's probably not going to end. Company outings are definitely a thing, and not exactly my favorite thing, but they are a thing that exist. Ugh. I don't know. There's a part of me that also wants to become a hermit, you know what I mean? Because if ever I go in a company, let's say a coworker has a birthday party. I want to go if I like them, yes, but another part of me is like, dang, I see you more than my family. Like, I see you more than my family, you know, maybe it's best if I just don't. You ever have that feeling? It's just like, yeah, I like you, but, you know, I see you like 5 days a week. You know, aren't you tired of my presence? Or maybe I am, and I'm just projecting. I don't know. It's probably just me. I'm a bad person, so yeah, don't be like me. Let's see. Yeah. When I was a young boy, just kidding. Come on, push the dragon fruit there. Yes, there we go. When we were talking about work and all, it's great. I don't think, though, that I could ever manage a 4-day work schedule. You know, as much as people say that having a 4-day work week is infinitely better than having a 5-day work week, I think the additional work hours in exchange is very draining as well. But then again, it's probably something that you could just get used to, kind of like what they do with a 5-day work week. Like, how many hours is it on a 4-day work week schedule? Oh, sorry, how long is a shift, excuse me, on a 4-day work week schedule? Like 10 days of work? Excuse me, sorry, 10 hours of work? 12 hours? All I know is that it's just very long, and when it gets very long, you know, you kind of compromise on your sleep, so that has its own issues as someone who has a terminal sleep problem. Let me tell you, kids, you know, do not prioritize your sleep, okay? You need your sleep. It's going to kill you if you're not, literally. Can we get 2 watermelons? Let's see. Can we finally beat my best score? Let's see. You know, I don't know about you, but oh, the apple, the apple, the apple, the apple, the apple. Oh. Ah. Safe. Oh my goodness. Serjay, it's not even November yet. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sleep is important. Especially if you're a content creator or whatever. Please sleep. I don't know how I managed to survive college, honestly. College was the real eye-opener in my life when I realized that in the end I was not really that special. Especially for a friend. I had a friend who kept disappearing on us back in college. What I mean by that is that in first year, in our freshman year of college, he was there. He managed to finish all of the lessons. And then in our sophomore year, he just suddenly disappeared. Nuts! Just like my chances of finishing this thing. Dang it, I overestimated this. Nuts. Okay. Ever more evasive. We must try harder. Okay. What I was trying to say is, so again, this friend of mine, they completed their freshman year, but starting their sophomore year, they just suddenly disappeared. We had no idea where they were. We've tried to text them, and because, you know, this was before Yahoo Messenger was very popular. So we tried to text them, we tried to reach out to them as best as we could, but we could never hear anything about them. And then all of a sudden, they just appeared again. And I think that was already during our junior year. And I think they managed, I don't know if they managed to finish the requirements of sophomore year. But then after a while, they just disappeared once again. And then I never heard from them until I finally became an adult in the workforce. And then they just said they were married. On Facebook. It's like, whoa, goodness gracious. And that friend of mine was actually a valedictorian back in high school, where they were from. And that really opened my eyes to the fact that, yeah, college is a real eye-opener. You know, you may be super special back in high school or your province where you came from, but when you finally reach college, especially in the big cities, you begin to realize that, you know, you're being surrounded by a bunch of other people who are super special from where they're from. And it gets very, very disheartening to some degree. Because you're now, when you thought you were such a big shot, but now that you're in a competitive field like a big college, for example, it gets really, really disheartening. But myself, I didn't really mind it. I barely did anything noteworthy, I think, in college. I just, you know, survived as best as I could because college was a war zone. It was fun, yes, but I still prefer, you know, my time back in high school. Sorry, I just need to breathe. Hey Ren. Ren says, college was no joke there for all of us. That is true. College was no joke at all. It was very tough. I can imagine. But, you know, we managed to survive, and I think that's what's important for all of us. We were able to make it somehow in the end. It was very tough, and I'm just happy that, you know, I was able to finish it. And I remember, you know, how my friends would be like, yeah, I want to go ahead and take my master's. And I was like, no, I never want to go take my master's. I'm fine with my diploma. Leave me alone, college. Okay, please just leave me alone. I want to get out. I'm happy with the level of education that I have. I don't want a master's degree. It's amazing, you know, how the kind of output they're able to put out in masters. You know, how long the thesis are supposed to be. I could never survive the academia, you know. I think there's just a lot of stuff that you have to sacrifice in order to be able to succeed in academic work. From an outsider's perspective, at least, you know, you have to always keep publishing new work, get it peer-reviewed and stuff. At least, from what I understand in like some colleges, or excuse me, some universities, they're very strict with the amount of thesis you're supposed to keep publishing. You either publish or die. I don't know what was the logic behind that you always have to keep publishing thesis. I guess, you know, they just want to keep pushing the breakthroughs, for lack of a better term. They want to make sure that, you know, we keep advancing, so you keep studying. You know, that's that's like an expression that I heard from the military when I heard it in Wikipedia. You know, rank up or die. Or something along those lines. You know, you have to keep getting promoted or you're out of the military. So, you know, people are incentivized to go up to higher positions. No! But for me, if I were to apply it to my time in the workforce, I think I've already reached a point where I'm kind of, you know, fine where I am. I remember when I joined, I tried to get promoted as fast as possible, but now that I'm already at my level, I think I'd rather stay. Because any higher than that, and I would have to take leadership positions, and I hate leading people. I found over the years that I'm pretty fine when it comes to leading people for like an individual project. Say, we need to deliver results on this one thing. Okay, if nobody's gonna step up, I'll go ahead and do it. I won't like it, but I'll do it. And we're able to deliver results. You know, we're able to perform. But if you're asking me to become a team leader again, because I have before, if you're asking me to be a team leader again, then I have to worry about the welfare of other people. You know, I have to worry about wherever they are whenever someone is absent for no particular reason, or if I have to wonder about metrics or results. That is stress beyond whatever I can handle. I already consider myself to be quite a handful. What more if I have to handle an entire team's worth of people with issues? It's just way too much for me. I don't have the spoons to be able to handle all of that. So I guess it's also one of the reasons why I don't want to have children. I have unresolved issues, and I don't want to force that on my future children too. You know, some people, they become parents, but we begin to realize when they get older that, you know, it's not easy to be a parent. Just as it's not easy to be an adult in the first place, you know. When you used to think that, you know, your parents had it together, you realize that most of the time they were just stumbling along too, I guess. You know, and at some point, you know, it becomes a bit more understandable to forgive them for their faults, to a degree, of course. You know, we have to understand that sometimes, you know, the things that they did in the ways to raise us are understandable in hindsight. But of course, other times it's not. So it's up to you to decide what would ultimately be best. But in any case, whatever you plan to do, I think I'd rather stay out of the child raising field. Thank you. I understand my limits, and my limits are not there. I do kind of find it nice that there is this analogy, you know, what they call spoons. And I only heard it recently in terms of talks of mental health. Spoons. You know, in any given day, you only have enough spoons, enough energy to handle certain tasks. So, brushing your teeth requires a certain number of spoons, for example. Going to work, talking to people. Some tasks take more spoons than others. So, and, you know, you have, especially if you're a person that has to deal with, like, you know, that has certain conditions that make it difficult to manage. So you have to really, really, really ration your spoons. You have to decide, you know, what kind of activities are worth doing with the limited amount of energy that I have. And I think that's a very nice terminology that they use, you know. There's only so many spoons in a given day. There's only so much energy, so many bitter pills, bitter medicine that I could swallow in a day. So, yeah, you know, if people seem to be struggling around you, it's probably because, you know, they're running low on spoons. You know, they have no spoons to give. I suppose that's like an alternative, you know, like, I have no fucks to give. I have no spoons to give for you, to spare for you. There we go. Holy cow, I think I put too much instant coffee in this water. Woo-wee! It's so bitter. And yet I still keep drinking, baby. Ugh. I'm gonna be up all night. And I'm gonna be up all night, and I will be editing, stuff like that. Again, I've been very busy. Yeah, I filled up my instant coffee, baby. I put a lot more water. Hopefully it doesn't hurt so much anymore. My goodness. Ah. You know, coffee is my lifesaver. It has brought me so much peace. It has supported me as much as it could. Hi, Reeker. Welcome. Hello. We're talking about, you know, work and life and all that stuff. The pain of living. Just kidding. But yes, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm also doing this because, you know, I really want to stream. I want to show off my model and, you know, the new expressions that I can do now that I'm using phone tracking. Just kidding. Sorry, I have my evil eyes on again. Yeah, nice eyes. There we go. We're back to the nice eyes. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying not to rely on toggles, so I have to manually make myself angry or sad. I'm learning from the Shy Lily school of VTubing, puppeteering. She's amazingly expressive, you know? And from what I understand, she really has to keep making those facial expressions. And then she streams for a super long time. So imagine having to do that, and then making sure that your VTuber model keeps trying to mimic what you put out. So that's amazing, isn't it? Reeker says, I can finally rest from school because weekends. Nice. Treasure those moments, Reeker. Oh my goodness. I feel like, I feel like such an old man giving a lecture to children. Treasure those moments, children. You never know when you will get rest again. When you finally begin work. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes. Oh, okay. I really need to fix that YouTube notification in the chat. I tried to do what the big YouTubers do and make a separate channel for VODs, a separate channel for shorts or clips and stuff, and a separate channel for my highlight videos. But then I realized ultimately it kind of feels unsustainable for me, because I don't think it can. Well, for one, I don't think I can manage uploading to 3 different accounts just for VTubing. And, well, I don't have the clout to be able to justify at this point, you know, having 3 separate channels, one for VODs, one for shorts, one for highlighted videos and clips. So, you know, as a result of my experiment, I'm just going to be uploading everything to my main channel. So all the clips, all the shorts, all the VODs will be on one main channel unless I change my mind again. And knowing me, if you've known me for the past 5 years, I might change my mind again. Nothing is ever truly certain or static when it comes to Serjay Svek. Everything is subject to change. But you know, that's what makes me special and cute. Yeet! Okay, there we go. Okay, we could do this. Nice. Alright. You know, you just gotta do it for the love of the game, and to make it easier to find people in one place, you know what I mean? I really get to think a lot more about, you know, my content now, and wondering, you know, what's next for me, because by later this year, it'll be like 5 years. Actually, no, like in March, or is it already 5 years? Did I miss it again? I need to go back to my, hold on. I need to go back to my VODs channel. I need to double check something. Okay, wait a second. This is, I am so confused. Hold on. First. Oh my goodness, my first ever stream was March 5. March 5, 2020. My first stream was March 5, 2020, and I completely missed it. Goodness gracious. That was something. Goodness gracious. And what about my videos? Let's see. My very first video was March 4, 2020. Goodness, I have missed some milestones. God. Oh my goodness. Well, happy 5 years to me. It's been 5 years since I started creating content, not necessarily as a VTuber, but 5 years of content creating. I have survived, you know. I feel grateful that despite all the challenges, all the times that I've slowed down, you know, I never gave up. And, you know, I can be a persistent old goat despite all of my wishy-washiness. I can hang with the kids. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. After all this time, I'm just happy that I'm still here. And, you know, having you all around makes the decision to stay a lot easier, you know, if you haven't realized it yet. So, you know, keep being awesome. Whether you're chatting or lurking, you are all welcome here. As I always say, whether you're chatting or lurking, watching live or watching the VOD, you are all welcome here. And I hope that the stream will bring a little more color to your day. That's always been the motto. Always been the motto. Oh boy, I'm feeling a bit more sentimental. Reeker says, so Serjay, are you gonna hop on the new Monster Hunter game? I might. Question mark? Might. I say might because I've tried the benchmark yesterday, and it works okay, I guess. I just have to like really lower the settings if I'm playing on stream. And I found out that my live 2D model lags like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so I think if I'm gonna go ahead and play this game, I have to go back to GIF/PNG. And then when I do, I have to make sure that I think it's better if I go lower the settings. I have to lower the settings a bit more. So you're gonna see like super low poly faces. You know, some things you just gotta sacrifice to make sure that the stream runs properly. So, you know, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice if need be, because holy cow, I've checked the frame drops. Those were not nice frame drops, let me tell you that. At least it was not drop frames, but it was missing frames, excuse me, because of like rendering lag. And I was so confused with the benchmark because I thought that there was going to be a part where you get to play the game, but actually it's just like cutscenes. I was really holding my controller the entire time, wondering like, yeah, when does the gameplay start? It doesn't start. But yeah, I'll say this though, it'll be very, very rare for me to play Monster Hunter. I don't know. I just could never get into the genre as much as I did, like when I used to play Dauntless. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Dauntless. It was one of the very first games that I streamed, and unfortunately, because of like mismanagement and stuff like that, it's gonna be shutting down in May later this year, May 2025. It was my Monster Hunter because I only had a Nintendo Switch. My laptop was not strong enough to run Monster Hunter World, and Monster Hunter Rise was not yet a thing at the time. So, you know, I had very limited options if I wanted to get the Monster Hunter style experience. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you know, that's just you know how it is with live service games nowadays, and I kind of don't like that kind of structure. You know, that the game's lifespan is totally dependent on the number of subscribers and stuff. I'm just amazed that people are still playing Final Fantasy XIV despite after all this time. And I think that there are still some people out there that are still playing Final Fantasy XI after such a long period of time that it would be baffling if it suddenly stopped all of a sudden. Because I know that there are lots of people who are still very passionate about 11 as much as they are about 14. I don't know if they're planning to release another online Final Fantasy, since despite its age, 14 is still doing amazingly well. You know, it still has quite a huge market to draw from, you know, regularly increasing expansions and stuff. But if a game doesn't go well, okay, the door's closed, everybody is gone. But even in the current gaming landscape, it's just amazing because there are some gaming companies that are like, yeah, you do well, you also get fired as an artist. It's like, what was the point then? You know, I'm not sure like what games or companies I can use an example. I probably not mention anything, even if I do. But I'm just saying, you know, if your game is successful and you still manage to, and if you still choose to close down the studio or whatever, then that's just really, really weird. Heck yeah. Yeah, she's very happy. Nice. Oh boy. I kind of miss the days when you buy a game, you buy a game, and then that's it. You get the game. That's it. But of course, it also had its problems, just like back in the day. If you were a Capcom fanboy, or specifically a Street Fighter fanboy, and whenever you wanted to play like the new version of Street Fighter, you would have to buy an entirely new game cartridge or CD. because there's no such thing as DLC back in the day. You have to keep buying the latest game, and that's why there's like a bajillion versions of Street Fighter 2. If Street Fighter 2 was released today, I think they would have done the same thing like they did with Street Fighter 5 and maybe eventually 6. They're gonna have the games on the same disc, but we're gonna have a bajillion DLC. It's kind of amazing too, you know, how it's just like people that play The Sims. When you first buy The Sims, it's not much, but then when you get to that point, wait first. Sorry, I'm responding to a message. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about something about games. The gaming landscape. Old games, you buy a complete game, but if you want to get the updated version of the game, you have to... Oh yeah, Sims. Okay, there we go. I was talking with some friends who are very avid Sims fans, and then I heard that if you really want to buy... If you were to buy every single thing, every single DLC that you have on The Sims, that is a huge amount of money. I don't know if it's the equivalent of buying an entirely... like buying 2 or 3 new Sims games at the cost of all the DLC. But you know what I mean. That's a very big investment. So unless you're really willing to shell out that much, I'd rather just play vanilla. I've what's this? I've gotten to the point where people I don't really play Skyrim. I've tried to play Skyrim for a bit, but it's kind of like Red Dead for me. You know, I know that Red Dead Redemption is an amazing game. I have no doubt about it. It's beautiful, it has a rich story, but it just doesn't click with me when I finally get to play it, you know? I don't know if there's something wrong with me or if it's just... I just don't like it as much as others would. And it kind of makes me feel bad, because I have friends that sing its praises to all, you know, to the highest levels of heaven, but some part of me just doesn't click with it. I guess it's kind of like a relationship. You know, that partner of yours might be like, you know, a literal god walking on earth, but if you don't click, then you're not gonna click. There's a lot of games that I've dropped from streaming precisely because of that, you know. I just don't feel it. That's why I sometimes feel a bit more comfy if I just stream games like this, because it gives me the opportunity to yap about all I want, which is like one of my main goals in streaming anyway. I just want to have a platform where I talk endlessly and then you are all forced to listen. Some part of me knows that I'm not exactly the best when it comes to games, so I'm going to leverage what I'm really good at, which is yapping non-stop. I should know. My Oshi is Sarasvana. She's a yapping queen for real, so I only live by her example. Bless her heart. Let's see. Kobe! Nice, okay. And I mentioned Skyrim because there was this video. You know, whenever I mention Skyrim, it's amazing if I actually see someone play vanilla Skyrim. Skyrim always seems to be played modded. Whenever I see videos of it on YouTube, nobody seems to play vanilla Skyrim anymore. I had no choice but to play vanilla Skyrim because I was playing on the Nintendo Switch version, and I don't think modding on the Switch is the easiest thing to do. So yeah, it's a big challenge. But even then, even if I do have mods, I don't feel like doing it Probably not for some like moral reason, but only because I don't know how. And it takes a lot of effort for me to do it, so I'd rather just spend my time doing other things, I guess. Oh boy, this is getting really intense now, peeps. No! No! Touch! Please! Things are heating up in the fruit mountain. We need these two pairs to touch. Then they become the dragon fruit, then they become the pineapple, then they become the melon, then we can get it. We are separated. We are so close to success. Why? 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 Ah, why do you deny me my triumph? Okay. All right, we got 2 dragon fruits on the menu, baby. We can still pull this off. We can still pull this off. I believe in us. We just need to make sure this melon doesn't go anywhere. Nice. Okay, we got a... Oh! That sounds wrong. Yeah! It's just at the edge. It's at the edge. Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh God. Oh God. I was so close, but I got it. Yeah, baby, I got a new score. Yes. Oh, yeah. That was thrilling. Let's do it again. Oh my goodness. This is, you know, talking about the philosophy of life in general, you know, while raging over fruit. It has become my specialty in a way. If I still bothered to play on the Nintendo Switch, I would probably be playing Suika game non-stop. And I remember that was pretty much my thing, you know. I was the Suika game streamer. Colorful fruit follows me everywhere. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be a very sussy highlight when I finally update it later on. I'm having fun. I hope you all are, chat. It's very interesting that they're able to do that. Wait a minute. Whew. You know, feel the thrill, you know? You feel the thrill. It's just like, you know, you feel the adrenaline. You think this is a chill game? No, there is some level of adrenaline rush that's happening, you know, when you finally begin to feel the stacking coming along. It's just like, yes, that was some good stuff right there. my gosh. When you think about it, do you really believe? Do you really believe in the power? Yes, I do. I do. Ooh. Let me just, you know, now that I'm here, let me just go ahead and fix my chatbot command so it only shows my main YouTube channel. You know, I'm not trying to advertise the others anymore. They'll just be backups. You know, in case something weird happens to my main channel, at least I have like a couple more backups in the meantime. That would be great. All right, let's see. Perfect. That's how it looks. Okay, so we got an ad break over here. Let me just make sure that everybody is aware. Run a 3-minute ad. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and begin to stretch. Oh yeah, stretch redeems the best, baby. Oh my goodness. Let me stretch my legs. Stand up. Chat, you have to stand up with me. Yes. Turning into a Super Saiyan. Oh, yes. You're standing horizontally perfect, Reeker. You are doing amazing work. I'm just breathing. I actually got some food next to me. It's tangigue steak, fish. I put a little bit, my family put some garlic on it, but then I put a little mustard. Whoever decided to put mustard and fish together is a genius. Especially salmon. Salmon tastes amazing with mustard. I don't know why, but it just does. Sour, tangy, garlicky, nice. Chat. What if I go back to doing mukbang streams? Not necessarily MREs, because MREs have a huge amount of calories. So I don't think I can do those as much anymore. But what if I just order food and then I just, yeah. I just do that. I don't even know what I'm gonna order, though. That's the question. Although those would probably be best, like, reserved for, like, videos, I suppose. Yes, Jollibee. Wait lang, let me just make sure. Okay. All right, we're back from the ads. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for patiently waiting. Let's go ahead and if you had ads during the meantime, you missed some very interesting sounds. Oh my goodness. I wonder if ever I wonder if that's something that I should be releasing on like my gank or something. I actually, if you haven't done so yet, and if ever you choose that you would like to, I'm not saying that you're required to. Okay, it's an obligatory statement at this point, but I just want to say that if you want to go ahead and support me, wait, what's the term? What did I use? I'm just saying that if ever you want to go ahead and support me, I do have a gank available, so you don't have you're free to go ahead and do so. I do have a bunch of like membership tiers available. The only things that I do have right now are just for like for like free, not really free, but like early viewing of my videos if you want to. Mostly it's just like special roles on my Discord. You get an exclusive chat room, and you can also what's this? You can also get maybe in the weird future I'll go ahead and send my you can go ahead and work on my, what was this? I'll send you like yawning videos. There we go. I'm not forcing it on anything, but I'm just saying, you know, it's already there. Or if you just want to help, if you want to help fuel my addiction to getting art of my VTuber. Go ahead. I explicitly said so. You know, that, you know, some people are wondering, like, you know, you're not using our donations properly. You're not doing it for, you know, the cause that it's supposed to be. Well, I'm gonna spell it out for you that I'm gonna be using your donation money to get more art commissions. Serjay wants art. I'm honest about it. It's an addiction at this point. No, I'm not looking for a cure. It's a cycle. You would know, Reeker. You would know. It's one is never enough. There needs to be more. More. Everything looks so pretty. You must feed the addiction. People, I actually had a friend ask me the other day, Serjay, how do you get all those? Because, you know, they get to see all the art that I post on my Discord and on my alt account. And they're like, Serjay, how do you get all that money for your art commissions? Well, I have a job and terrible financial decision making. All I'm just saying is that, you know, if you have disposable income, you're free to do whatever the hell you want. But I'm just saying that, you know, if you just don't push it on other people, which is kind of hypocritical for me because I'm saying, you know, hey, if you want to go ahead and feed my addiction, you can go ahead and donate. Which is very, very hypocritical, and I'll call myself out for that. Yes. I'm just saying the door is open. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with you, Serjay? That I keep asking myself that question every single day of my existence. What is next? Okay, let's go. Whenever you begin to make progress, you must always wonder, what would Serjay do? Spend. You know, YOLO, you ought to look out. Thank you very much. Oh! There we go. Come on, baby. Push. Contact. Yes. Yes. Okay, there we go. 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 Where do we go next? Okay, next. And we go along the other... Wait. Those are not the lyrics. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places. There we go. Now we got it right. We can do karaoke. I have no intention of doing things like singing March. 1, because I don't think my voice is that good. 2, because I have no time. And 3, I have a very limited song choice. I've never... My playlist, my karaoke playlist is stuck with 2000s OPM. Despite the fact that I speak English almost all the time, I still prefer to sing like mga OPM Filipino karaoke songs. Filipino songs during the karaoke. I guess because it just resonates with me, you know? It harkens back to a time when I was still young and free. To be naive. To not feel the crushing weight of adult responsibility. Yes. When you reach my age, you'll begin to understand. I sound like such a doomer. I am so sorry. But, you know, there are some good things about, you know, being older as well. It's great. Excuse me. I don't know why, but whenever I stream, or when there are times when I stream and it feels like there's like feels like I always get stuffy nose. Has it happened to you before? It's just like a weird feeling that all of a sudden, yeah, there's a stuffy nose that's happening and I don't know why. It's just a very interesting thing that happens. But anyway. I'm discussing with an artist right now, my latest masterpiece. Hi Dom, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What's up? What's up? Good to have you here. Good to here. All right, Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I really need to go play Baldur's Gate 3. Probably not on stream because again, I have a bad habit of not streaming, you know, stopping streaming games that are like very story heavy because I get sidetracked a lot, you know, and there's this part of my brain that's like, no, it's okay, Serjay. If you get sidetracked by the other stuff, it's fine. You know, people don't really mind that, but like a part of me is like, oh no, people want to see, you know, the main stuff, and I kind of feel bad, so I stop streaming. It's a vicious cycle. It's not about you, Dom, okay? It's just me talking about my issues. This kind of stream where I play Fruit Mountain is where I get to yap a lot and people have no choice but to listen. But anyway, I know Baldur's Gate 3 is a great thing. I've never played any of the previous Baldur's Gates. Why? Who is Baldur and why does he need 3 gates? That is the question. Dom did ask earlier, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. And, you know, aside from yapping about existential crisis and stuff like that, I'm fine. I just want to see my boy Astarion and wonder, and you know, and figure out like what's the big deal with him, you know? Oh, you naughty thing. this is less like my best impression of Astarion based from all the shorts that I've seen of him on YouTube. It's like, oh, dreary, wouldn't you not want to become like me? Become, you know, immortal and powerful. Oh, yes. Dom, you'll have to tell me if I'm doing like an accurate impression. Huh, that is so true, my love. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what to do with me and my curse? I can become greater than any other vampire. You will see. Pretty good? Yeah, I can become a voice actor here. You are now mine, my pretty. Wait, angry eyes, angry eyes. Serjay, angry eyes. You refuse me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you could tell they're having a lot of fun. But I heard not too long ago that there's like, they're planning to let go of the people in Larian that were working on Baldur's Gate 3. And if ever they're gonna make a sequel, there's gonna be like a new team behind it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the sort of idea that I had when they were discussing a possible sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. You know, that kind of ties into what I was talking about earlier, that, you know, it doesn't matter if your game is good, whether your game is good or bad, people still get laid off for some reason, and that stinks. Just like this, it stinks. Oh boy. Job security is a nightmare in this day and age. I'll tell you what, Bobby. I'll tell you what, Bobby. Bobby, I'll tell you what. Okay. With no my propane and propane accessories, but Diane, I tell you what, no son of mine is gonna order a well-done steak. Dom says, good try. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate it. I don't know. I like what... Okay, I'm probably gonna sound like a heretic, according to some of my friends with more esteemed palates. But I like a well-done steak. Give me that well-done steak that tastes like rubber, and then give me all the steak sauce. Yeah, because, you know, you wouldn't want to put steak sauce on a medium rare steak. It's got its own flavor, but I'm like, nah, fam. Give me well done so I have an actual reason to use all the steak sauce. I mean, wouldn't you want a well done steak? After all, you could say that the steak has done a good job. Woo! Yeah! Okay, so, going back to where we were. That's what the sauce is for. Right, Dom? That's what the sauce is for. The sauce is not for your medium well steaks. Medium rare steaks, no. We do it for the well done steaks. Only the steaks that did a good job get the sauce. Ah, yes. Oh my goodness. The kind of rants that I would do is just amazing all of a sudden, you know. Come on, get those persimmons together, you know. I want you to touch your... No, Serjay, no, Serjay. It's still a bit too early. It's still a bit too early, you know. You can't go saying stuff like that. That's not how we roll around here. Ooh, Nelly. Kobe. Nice. Okay. Now we just need these two apples to touch, but they're not initiating contact with each other. That's very bad. Okay, so all right, chat. We're gonna run a poll here because I want to know what's happening here. Okay, so how do you like your steak? Okay, rare, medium, rare, medium. We'll just call it well done. Yeah, let's not give way too many choices. Okay, so Svek coins per vote. Let's just bring it down to like 10. Okay, start a poll. All right, we got a new poll. I want to see, you know, where you stand on the steak. Put your steak there. Okay. I want to see, you know, show some commitment in your life. You know, I want to. These are the kinds of questions that truly matter in our lives. You know, what is the meaning of life? Trying to figure out how well you like your steak. Woo! There we go, baby. Let's go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. When you breathe. If it breathes, it's still raw. My goodness. I could probably, you know, whenever I play, you know, stuff like Fruit Mountain, I could probably just... Yeah, Dom, you're really raising the stakes now. Goodness gracious. You know, if ever I do this, I might as well just make like an entire thing on my YouTube channel where I just like make highlights from the stream, and then it's just all of the different rants that I do. There's the work rant, the video game rant, the stuff about, you know, all these things. It's just amazing. You know, it's content. You know what I mean? People don't want to listen to an entire 2-hour VOD of me yapping about stuff, then we're gonna make it accessible. We're gonna film it in public. DJ Serjay's stream was filmed in front of a live studio audience. All that's missing is a laugh track every 2 seconds. Goodness gracious. I remember when people were beginning to hate on The Big Bang Theory after a while, and they were like, yeah, there's a reason why there's a laugh track, because the jokes are not that funny. That's what they said about Friends too. Yeah, I don't even watch TV anymore, actually. There's no reason for me to watch TV anymore. I just watch everything on YouTube nowadays. Does anyone still have cable TV at this point? I don't... Yeah. That would have been something. Dom says sound alerts would have helped now. Probably. I have been thinking about stuff like sound alerts and stuff, but for me, I kind of prefer not to have like more disruptive elements, in my opinion, on my streams. Let's say like sound alerts, like blurp, or voiceovers whenever somebody follows and stuff. I can hear the sound alert whenever someone follows or subscribes on Twitch, for example. But for all of you, you get nothing. You just get a notification on screen. At least in my opinion, I think the only thing that you should really be hearing on my stream is my voice and the game. Because I want to try to... Because for me, it's like there's a lot of things happening in the game, and I don't want people to get, you know, taken out of the experience by, you know, listening to a random fart noise. I suppose that adds to the experience, but, you know, I probably don't feel like it anymore. Maybe at one point I probably would have been more open to that, but nowadays I'm not. So, yeah, that's just another thing I wanted to share. Because I think some people might be wondering, like, why, Serjay, why don't you go ahead and use, like, sound alerts and stuff? But, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it. Like, I want you to listen to my voice. My magnificent voice. Oh, goodness. But yeah, that's the story. Dom says, I don't have a TV. Yeah. And it's kind of like, it's kind of proven that there is no need to have a big TV like before. You know, before, growing up in the 90s and the 2000s, it was a status symbol if you could have like a gigantic 40-inch? 40-inch or 50-inch TV, flat screen. Those were the big status symbols of the day. But nowadays, you know, cell phones can do, computers, cell phones, they can do that way easy now. So there's no need to have a gigantic TV room or even like a computer room back in the day when everybody had like the communal computer. Like, oh, there was only one computer and there was like a special desk for it and everybody had access to it. So that means you couldn't save anything. Save any contraband on it, because you know that if you're not careful, people will go through your search history. And those were the times when, you know, when people, after people were done using the computer, they would also cover it in like plastic sheets, special plastic sheets and such. Those bring back some very interesting memories for me, goodness gracious. You always had to make sure that your keyboard and your tower and your monitor were covered in a special shaped plastic bag, just to make sure that no dust would ever go onto it. I don't know if we should ever bring those back now, but it's just funny thinking about it, that how it was such a popular thing back in the day. Yeah, let's go. She's happy. Dom says, I mean, I have a TV, but not like any signal. It's for sports watch parties or sports streams that we connect our laptops to. Yeah, that's pretty much it, actually, if you think about it. TVs nowadays are more likely to be used as, you know, like monitors for streaming. They're no longer the same place where we used to get all of our entertainment and information from. Now they've become pretty much just an extension of our cell phones. It's amazing to see how much technology has progressed. That we no longer, the things that we used to crave for, like gigantic flat screen TVs, are no longer seen as much of a necessity anymore. You know, everything that you can enjoy now is as small as your pocket. It's kind of amazing, you know, what we were able to pull off in just 20 years of technological advancements. But of course, you know, it comes with a cost, so always be responsible is all I'm trying to say. You know, a part of me is like, maybe I'm turning into like Northern Lion. And it's funny too, because Northern Lion is pretty much, I suppose you would call Northern Lion as fond as Oshi, because he was quite the yapper too. He's quite the yapper too. So just being able to listen to all of this stuff and then trying to be like that too is a very interesting thing. Ren says, alright, gotta rest up and sleep. Take care there, bro, and stay safe, everyone. You too, Ren. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and rest up. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. That's why, everybody, you always have to make sure that you hydrate properly, you know? Drink coffee. It's really nice, you know, being able to have this opportunity to talk to people. I think, for me, aside from wanting to leave behind a legacy. What? What happened? Everything okay, Dom? Drink water. Yeah, drink water. Okay. You had me worried there with your reaction. I thought that the stream died all of a sudden. Goodness gracious. Okay, it looks like things are safe. We are safe, chat. We are safe. My goodness. Dom, you had me scared over there. Goodness gracious. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? What happened? But yeah. Yes, of course, drink water. You know, it is a diuretic after all. Coffee is a diuretic. Don't rely on coffee. It do be bad for your health in the long run, trust me. Okay, anyway. Oh. I'm just taking a breather first. You know, I've been talking for a very long time now, so you know, just what's this? Let me just get some water and shuff like that. Yes. I wish I could call myself as a cozy streamer. I remember there was I'm not sure if I would call it an issue, but I remember there used to be like a big deal on Twitter before where people would call themselves like a cozy VTuber or a cozy streamer. And it's like, oh, that's it's something. I wish I could call myself cozy, but I don't think I'm very cozy. I'm very loud. You know, I can be very loud and proud of it. But I'm not as loud as like others as well. So I'm caught like in the middle where I just have like a loud volume, but I'm not exactly like screaming, and I'm definitely not cozy and, you know, calm, because I can be quite hype. Right? It's something. But yeah. I think there was also this thing. I remember watching Giga. I don't really watch her streams, but I see a lot of her clips on YouTube. And one thing that she talks about was this comment that she received, where if you're a streamer, you know, you end up being what they call second monitor content, where you are not actively being watched as like, you know, because the viewer is not giving their entire attention to you, so you're just there playing in the background. And over the years, I think I've become more appreciative of that. You know what I mean? That, sure, you know, not a lot, they might not be giving me their entire attention, but at least they're still watching me, they're still listening to me. And I think that's something that's very underrated, that people need to understand that, you know, not that if you're watching a stream, sometimes you really are just going to stay in the background, because as much as we want to devote our entire attention to people, you might get... I lost my train of thought. Just a second. You might get people to pay more attention to you, sure, but, you know, we get things. You know, things happen. Oh, this is happening bad. I'm just trying to say, you have to understand that not everybody has that time and energy to, you know, pay attention to you for like over 3 hours or something like that. So be mindful, be thankful of your lurkers. As Dom says here, well, you might get attention over a short time, but yeah, it's great that people are lurking too, right? You know, I just know that if, you know, I'm amazed whenever I see people, because I do look at my audience count. You know, people say, especially on Reddit, no, don't turn off your audience counter, right? But me, I don't pay attention to that. I always put the audience counter on. Mostly because it also helps me give me a perspective of, like, you know, when is the best time to stream and stuff. But also because, you know, it just makes me feel good that there are people out there that don't know me personally, IRL, but are still willing to listen to me yap about whatever I want under the sun while I'm stacking fruit, which is not exactly the most popular kind of game to stream. But, you know, they still offer me their attention, whether it's on the second monitor or the main monitor. And I think that's something to be very proud of, and to be grateful for. I would like to be the kind of streamer that people just want to listen to. Well, listen is probably not the correct word. You know, I give bad takes. But at least, you know, I want some people to at least hear what I have to say. And whether they, you know, give me their full attention, or whether they just passing by and want someone to listen, I mean, something to listen to while they're doing their chores or whatever, I think that's fine. You know, we all have our own part to play and something that we're good at. So I'm happy to be that kind of person for you. Vote Serjay 2025, your second monitor streamer. Okay, let's see. I should make like a running list of my topics already when it comes to this. It's like if ever I get bored of editing the podcasts again, I'm just gonna go back to all of my Fruit Mountain streams and then edit all of the rants and stuff that I do, just so people can like see a condensed version of the stream. I think that's a pretty nice idea. And then they could see, you know, what kind of takes that I have. Oh, the poll ended. All right, let's see. Okay, what's the answer? What does chat say about the poll? Come on. We got 2 people who voted for medium. Only I voted for well done. Okay. You know what, chat? That is still fine. I can never do medium rare. It's still too... You know what? They say that well done steak is, you know, rubbery and chewy and stuff like that. For me, medium rare is the rubbery and chewy steak. I don't know why people really go for medium rare as the pinnacle of steak what's this? Steak experience. Go for medium. Okay, medium is premium. Okay? That's probably not what the saying was for, but I think in terms of steak, if you really don't want it, you don't want good job, if you don't want well done, then medium is premium. Yes. Oh goodness. Reeker says, be caveman, eat raw. Reeker, we're not promoting paleo diet, okay? There's a reason why our ancestors didn't survive that long. Okay, last that long. What? Last that long where? I'm just saying, you know, I mean, it's your call if you want to eat raw meat and stuff like that. But if it makes you feel any better, just say that you're eating steak tartare all the time. I forgot what it's called in Korea, but they also have something similar to steak tartare. So steak tartare is like, if I recall, it's like raw beef, and then they also serve an egg on it. Raw ground beef. And then they serve like an egg on it or something like that. And then in Korea, I think they also do that too, and then they have a version which is horse meat. if I recall, I really hope that I'm remembering my facts correct, because I'm playing a game and I'm streaming, so I don't really have the time to stream. You know what? Let's do this. This is exactly the reason why we're playing Fruit Mountain, so I can actually chill and find results. Korean horse meat. There we go. Horse meat. South Korea. Malgogi yukwe. I hope I pronounce it right. Horse meat sashimi. Okay, so apparently that's a thing. I don't know. I think I just ran into that when I was visiting Korea years ago. And yeah, trivia. Oh, Serjay, what's your highlight video for this stream? Oh, it's just me talking about steak. What's this? Up. Kobe! Nice. Oh! Ah! That looks dangerous. That looks dangerous right there. Oh boy. Ah! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gracious. Great balls of fire. I eep. I can't eep. Serjay, you can't sleep yet. You've got an entire night to be awake. Goodness gracious. I don't know how people got inspired to do like the paleo / caveman diet. Like, if I recall, paleo diet is just like, you know, eating everything the way our ancestors would. So like more fruit or vegetables and like raw meat or something like that. Like someone decided one day they just decided, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and eat just like our ancestors would. And it's like, you do know we don't have to live like that anymore. So it has to be whole unprocessed foods like fruit, vegetables, lean meat, while avoiding grains, legumes, and dairy. So we're just pretty much avoiding carb, I suppose. So yeah, we're gonna go. They're low to moderate in carbohydrates, restricting dairy products. Okay. Not my thing. If it were up to me, if ever I wanted to like reduce my calories, I'll just do that. I'll just calorie count, you know, calories in, calories out. It's simple mathematics, according to Reddit, you know. The energy that you give, that you put in, will be the same as the energy that you take out. It's yeah, you know, it's not always exact, but yes, that definitely helps, especially when you read a food label and then you begin to realize, holy cow, that's a lot of calories. But you know, calories are not evil. Sugar is. That's why you're getting all your diabetes. Goodness gracious. Everybody with their Spanish lattes and their fraps, you know who we're talking about. You have to be very careful with that. Otherwise, you gon' get in trouble. Your kidneys will. Oh my goodness. You know, just be safe, especially when you get older. Get around my age. You know, you can't fool around as you did when you were younger, you know? You have to be a lot more conscientious of your health. That's why I keep saying, you know, if you have a health card, especially those that are working in an office and you have a health card, now would be a good time to start, you know, saving up and using the health card. Even if you're not feeling well, you know, just do an annual checkup. You never know what you're gonna find. You'll never find the tumor in my mind if I did not go to the checkup. Just like Serjay told me to. Just like Serjay told me to. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see. What can we do over here? Kobe! Yeah, baby. We made that shot. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody! I remember the very first time I had a netbook laptop. And when I say netbook, I miss those netbook laptops. I'm talking about the ones that have like a 10-inch screen and they're really, really tiny. Those were great when I was still in college. I had one during my senior year of college, and that pretty much became like my substitute for all of my notebooks. So I would just write all of my notes there, and it ran on Windows 7, and Windows 7 was still pretty cool. Now whatever Windows 11 is up to, I don't know, but it's not as good as it used to be. Hey, young whippersnapper, Windows 11 is not as good as it used to be. Let's go to Linux. But Dad, I don't want to go to Linux. Bobby, no son of mine is going to be using Windows 11. We're going to be going back to Linux. We're going to be using the Penguin OS. But Dad... I don't know. Linux is still might be the better choice, but it's a very fiddly option, you know. iOS, Apple OS might be an option, but it's like, yeah, it. But then we have Linux, which is like you really gotta know what to do if you want to actually use Linux. We have Windows at home, Linux. Good observation, Dom. I don't know, but they are planning to cut off support to Windows 10 later in 2025, so whether we like it or not, we have to make a decision. Do we open the window for the 11th time? Do we eat the apple? Or do we frolic with the penguin? I have no idea what I was going to say for Linux. Or are you going to make your own OS? Or are you going to buy a Chromebook? Chrome OS. I was actually surprised when they first introduced Chromebooks years ago. It's like, okay, so it's a Google thing. How is that any different from, you know, Windows or whatever? I'm not really tech savvy, you know, so it kind of was fascinating to see what made them realize that, yes, we gotta go ahead and make a new OS for Chrome. And apparently Chromebooks are a popular choice for students in schools nowadays. It has replaced my beloved netbooks. Goodness. Ah! Okay. I just saying, you know, if you wanna make everything better again, bring back netbooks. The tiny little machines that could. They bring something to the table. You know, they could easily fit into your bags and stuff. It's definitely something worth looking to, in my opinion. Excuse me, let me drink water. So how's everybody doing? I'm just happy to be here. I don't know. I feel kind of sentimental all of a sudden. I'm just happy to be here, and that's all that matters. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's do this. Imagine if I was like really yandere. If that was my character on stream, you know what I mean? It's like, no, you're not allowed to leave. You're not allowed to leave my stream. Only I get to tell you when to leave. I don't think I can ever pull yandere off, actually. It's a very big difference. You know, whoever is able to like portray characters and stuff like that, you know, you're amazing, but I can't really do that on my own. So yeah. Good job if you really are able to do so. That's amazing. You know, how people are able to pull off stuff like that. You know, I'm very happy that I now have what's this? I now have a stylus for my cell phone. And the reason why is because now I have an opportunity to create my own shitty thumbnails. I remember, you know, Ninamai Inanis, and she is a great artist, but there are times when she draws her thumbnails, especially for her drawing streams, and they look really, really basic and scuffed. But there's a certain charm to it as well, you know? It's not as professionally made, but you could really feel the heart behind it, so... And it really does scream Ina. So I think maybe I could try that, you know? Make... Especially for streams like this, because as much as possible, I've tried not to rely on assets like, you know, from stock images and stuff, because, you know, I know that it may be free, but licensing those things can still be quite a challenge, so I might as well just, you know, play it safe, and maybe I could just draw my own. It's always good to know to be safe around the internet, especially. You never know who's going to be watching. She's still so busy, Art-chan. I didn't even know she had a name. She now has a name, actually, Art-chan. The lore is expanding of the Fruit Mountain. The Fruit Mountain lore is expanding, my friends. Oh! Yes, baby, let's go. The mountain of fruit is expanding. I need to go ahead and exercise my hands. Oh, I don't feel it anymore. Oh, yeah, baby. Baby, a triple. Ah! Oh, yeah. I've been going to therapy these past week, and I have another week of therapy sessions because I've been experiencing some mild carpal tunnel syndrome. You know, like I said before, if you have a free health card, better get yourself checked. You never know. Why is my... Oh. Is my phone off? My model's frozen. I need to get a checkup. Hold on, wait, what a second. Hold on, just a second. Oh, my phone died. Bro, I was charging my cell phone. What the heck is happening? Oh, it's at 0% now. Okay, well, that is something right there. Dang. Okay, well, looks like we have to do something here. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Camera on. Come on, camera. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, well, VTS is not cooperating with me. Alright. We'll have to quit. I have disappeared just like... Yeah, no, that's a bad joke. Let's not do that. Alright, has been a very long time. But we could go ahead and do this. Come on. Dang, this thing just died on me. I had no idea that it could actually happen. Yo, I thought that my charging would actually make it work, but apparently it did not. What the heck? What the heck? Yo, this is just so weird. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's just make something happen over here, okay? Serjay. Okay, we're gonna try something. We're gonna try something over here. All right, let's see. Because my VOD tube is not responding for some reason. I have no idea why. Made with Unity, my butt. Why are you taking so long? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Reference sheet. Yo, gamers, we're back. We're gonna be a FaceTime. We're gonna be a what's this? A PNG. Yes, we are back to basics, baby. Serjay has returned as a PNG. Let's go, baby. Oh yes. Doesn't this just bring back memories of how I started? Goodness gracious. Let's see. Image. This is just hilarious. It's like, yes, okay, I thought that I was gonna be able to survive, but no. Serjay's phone could not handle. Oh yeah, there we go. We got the VOD tube. Let's go. Okay, we can remove the PNG. Just fix this for a second. Yes, boom. Okay. Oh, it's 1.0. No. You had your fun in the sun. Now it's my turn. Yes. Wait a second. This is not the one that I'm looking for. Hold on. This is just so funny. Goodness gracious. All right. Anyway, I think we'll just leave it at that before I think it hung up again for some reason. It's, you know, VOD tube is like really eating up my resources. So we might as well just finish this match so I can actually what's this? Charge my phone properly. My god, it just died all of a sudden. And I thought everything was fine. I thought my phone, you know, it could handle my phone, but apparently it was not strong enough. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect my phone from here, and I'm gonna go charge it over here. I have kept the phone wired to my PC the entire time, and then apparently it's not. It's not enough. Never enough. Never, never, never enough. Never be enough. Okay. Wait, we gotta fix the model. Wait a second. I had another VTuber. I'm learning. There we go. I launched the wrong VTuber. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this one. This one is very resource intensive. So this is just so hilarious. Goodness gracious. Okay, now we've got the right one. Yes, perfect. Okay. Look at where I am. It's like, dang, I am just down here. Hey everybody, what's going on? Serjay here. We are very I'm just like peeking out from the bottom. Goodness gracious. Let me just fix that. Peekaboo! Serjay is here, back to you. Alright, let's see. Much better. Okay. All right, we're back. We are back, baby. Okay, perfect. That was nothing. There was no problem. Okay, hi Nue, welcome to the stream. I am back to being a PNG. Oh my goodness. Phone, please cooperate next time. My goodness. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I've been PNG'd. I have been sentenced back to the PNG realm. My phone could not handle my awesomeness of my rants. Now I am back to being a still image. Those were some very interesting times, but you know, it do be like that. Is this the Fruit game but 3D? Yes, it is. It is Fruit Mountain. It is. That is correct. So yeah, it is Fruit Mountain. It's the Fruit game but 3D, and it's available on Steam. So that's what I use instead, because at least, you know, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, you could play this game instead. Nue says, is that game still region locked in Japan? No. Funny enough, I opened a Japan account on my Nintendo Switch, but not long after I did so, they actually made it available for all of eShop. So if you want to go ahead and play it, you can if you have like a US or whatever other account. I recommend it. I have a ton of fun with it, even though the kind of fun that I have with Suika game is like screaming at it. If you really want to hear me rage, you don't listen to me play like I don't know, like Street Fighter or whatever. I could still laugh. Dark Souls, I could still laugh. But Suika game, oh, I rage. I scream. I make feral noises. I have no idea why. There's just something primal in me that gets unleashed whenever I play that game. It brings out the worst in me. Oh my goodness. So we have finally learned a lesson that we have to really account for the possibility of my phone dying whenever I stream for a very long time. Okay, that's gonna be something that I'll have to look out for. Got PNG, get PNG, baby. And wishlisted. Good, good, good. We need more fruit stackers in our world. We need more people who are willing to stack the fruit. And join me in the eternal rage that it gives. Rage Shadow Legends. Nice. I'll have to check out my phone later. Hopefully it just ran out of battery and it's not destroyed for some reason. Imagine my phone just died because it could not handle my awesomeness for much longer. And it was already doing pretty good despite the fact that my phone is like 5 years old already. And knowing how some phones have been marketed and then they only last like a couple of years now. iPhone. Yeah. It is quite surprising that it wasn't able to survive that long. But almost 2 hours of being constantly on for live 2D is pretty impressive in my opinion. Yes, yes. Nue says, this generally gives an entirely new dimension to the Suika game concept. It does. It does. Now you have to really worry about your yeets and your angles as well. So it's not just it's not just 2D. You have to think about Z angle. Hi Jong Hertz. Thank you very much for following as well. Greatly appreciate it. Wait, why are both of my alerts showing? I thought I programmed it so the only one set of alerts appears. Okay, that's just weird. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much, Jong Hertz, for becoming a fellow human. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome to the stream. We now need to know how people like their steak. Yes, the steak is the important thing. That was the big discussion of the stream. I am fine with well done steak. Don't at me. There is a reason why it's special. It's special to me. Let's see what else. Okay. Jonghart says, why have I not followed you on Twitch yet until now? I don't know, but I'm happy that you are here now. Good to have you, good to have you. How have you been? Jonghart says, I go medium to medium rare. Okay, good. At least you say medium. I can still go for medium, but never medium rare. I don't know why people like medium rare, honestly. It's still too rubbery and quote-unquote bloody, even though I know it's not blood, but I don't like the texture. And well done is great for me because I like, I like having an excuse to use steak sauce. I mean, if you're gonna put steak sauce on the table, you bet that I'm gonna use that steak sauce. Sauce. The sauce spouse. Noe says, but I guess that just shows I'm a Filipino. Hilaw, luto, sunog. Raw, cooked, burnt. Yes, that's true. We have a as Filipinos, we tend to have like a different point of view when it comes to steaks. If it's well done, then that's cooked. If it's medium rare, it's still kind of raw-ish. Especially when the red fluid comes out, which is not blood. But when the red fluid comes out, it's like, oh no, that's still raw. Cook it some more. And then when it's super well done, it's charbroiled. That's not called well done anymore. That's called good job. My goodness. Jonghurt says, it depends on the cut and which part the meat came from. That is true. But I'll say this though, I honestly don't really go out for steak. I don't really go and order that. You know what I mean? I prefer going for a chicken. Maybe it's because whenever I eat steak now, I kind of get headaches. Yes. Good job on ruining $100 Angus beef, American Angus beef steak. Good job. Brother Svek is quite the steak purist, you know. He will not let you season it with anything other than salt and pepper. You know, if he catches you in the kitchen while he's cooking steak, he'll make you hear about it. You donkey! Yes. We tried to make our Chan happy, aren't we? Yes. Jonghurt says, hindi siya luto hanggat may dugo. Yes, it's not yet cooked as long as there's still blood. That is so true. That's the mindset that we have. So that's why I guess, you know, growing up, I was never really fond of medium rare steaks because I also grew up with that mindset. You know, it looks kind of bloody, ma. Like that. So it's possible that my dislike of medium rare comes from that background. So, yeah. It's kind of unfair. That's why I say if you want me to give it like an opinion on a steak, I come with like a bias. Nuts. Nuts! Okay, what the heck? Kobe! Let's see. Whoop! Nice. Oh, there's 3 pineapple! Whoa! Let's go! Why is this pineapple so dangerously perched on the edge? Yo! It's like, it's living. I think I want to go ahead and just like put it over here. It's like, I'm just gonna gently... Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. We were able to nudge it. Thank goodness. Okay. Is it Nue or Nu? Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Speaking of donkeys, what are your thoughts on Gordon's? Gordon Ramsay's new restaurant. Do you think it's worth the price of admission? I mean, no, not my friends and family will ever afford it there. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because we actually went to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant when we went to Singapore last year. And it was quite an experience because when we went there, I was told by my family that no, Serjay, I wanted to wear only Crocs to Singapore because, you know, they're comfy and I like to wear them when I go walking around the city. But my family said, Serjay, no, you have to bring a little bit extra fancier shoes when you go there to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Wait, to answer your question first, Nue, no, it's not worth it. So now I'll go tell my story, okay? So I went there to the restaurant, and then I went there wearing as fancy as I could, but when we went there, we saw people that were like wearing shorts, wearing sneakers. I felt so deceived at that. Not to mention the fact that when we finally got down to it, I tried a beef Wellington, and the beef Wellington is very expensive, but at least you get the opportunity to order a slice. And not the entire thing. And a slice of beef Wellington is pretty tasty, but not something that I would like actively choose to order because it's nothing special. And then we had the chicken curry, which was very good actually. Ironically, the chicken curry is better than their beef Wellington. And Their fish and chips were fine. Actually, I like the texture of their fish and chips. It's a very different thing compared to like the fish and chips that would be served here in local restaurants. Though again, that's kind of unfair because, you know, local restaurants, they want to keep it affordable. So in order to do that, they only serve my arch nemesis, which is cream dory. I hate the taste of cream dory. If I know that I never order, like, say, fried fish or fish and chips in local restaurants because more than likely than not, it's cream dory that they use, and I just don't like the taste and texture of cream dory. But I digress. So anyway, they what's this? It is not. I'm not a fan of the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. The only things that I actually enjoyed there were the chicken curry and the desserts. The cracked toffee pudding. So, and it's hilarious that my family made a big deal of us trying to look fancy for the restaurant, but instead there were people that were wearing what's this? You know, shorts and sneakers. Locals do. So I guess tourists don't know that, you know, you can go casual on places like that. New says either or is fine, but New sounds a lot closer to Hugh, so because you're meant to be a human. Oh, it's this. Wolfgang na lang, no? Well, I haven't been to Wolfgang anywhere, so I cannot provide an opinion about that. But all I'm just saying is that, you know, what you're doing is that you're just buying into the brand name, into the Gordon Ramsay brand name or to the Wolfgang Puck brand name. So I'd rather just go to some place a little bit cheaper, but at least delivers on the quality. You know what I mean? It's a very, it can be quite disappointing, you know, if you're trying to go for something that is supposed to be fancy, and then you realize no, it's nothing really special. But I did like the option. At least they were gracious enough to have it on the menu, excuse me, that you can order a slice of beef Wellington. Instead of like going for the entire thing, because holy cow, I don't think we would ever want to go for that. New says, that's true. I'm only looking for the ambience, to be honest. My experience lang, that's true. I mean, if you can afford it, just try it for once in your life, and then don't. Don't do it again. You know, at least you could say that you have tried it. You know, a lot of people won't ever have the opportunity to try it, so at least you could say you did, and then you can tell your stories on stream to an audience. Like what I'm doing right now, you know? You might as well go to a hawker center in Singapore and then order some stingray. That's actually something that Sister Svek was looking forward to, because she tends to go to Singapore for stuff, mostly like business-related issues. And then she told me that she likes to order stingray, so we tried it. And the stingray covered in sambal sauce. And so stingray is, I guess the texture is closer to like eel. Woo! Yes. So you've got, it's very stringy. It's very, very stringy, okay? So if you're looking for like a fish, it's not really like a fish. It's really stringy, very thin, so you have to like pull it apart and stuff. But it's something. It's something that I've never experienced before. So I'm happy that we got the opportunity to do so when I was in Singapore. New says, hawker? That's a Chinese/restaurant, no? My friends and I want to try that. That, or is that the other one? What is that? Din Tai Fung? Din Tai Fung is a Chinese restaurant, definitely. But hawker centers are like what Singaporeans would call food courts. Oh, I didn't realize we had a new high score. Nice. We hit 2 high scores this stream. Goodness gracious. See? See, chat, this is the power of yapping, okay? You get to hit unprecedented high scores. Ah! 2 melon! 2 melon, please! Touch! Touch, damn you! Touch! Oh my god! Ugh. That looks so wrong. Oh my goodness. Congrats on the new high score. Thank you. This is why, chat, I was talking earlier. I was like, I don't want to stream games anymore. I mean, like, I don't want to stream, like, you know, very intense games that require a lot of my concentration. Let me just stream Fruit Mountain and yap until the cows come home. Okay, okay. What we gotta do is that we'll gently nudge the melons together, okay? We're gonna try and do that as best as we can. I'm beginning to get quiet all of a sudden. Serjay, you gotta yap. You gotta talk. Okay. You have to say something. Okay. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm scared. At this point, I'm scared. Now I'm beginning to get performance anxiety. Goodness gracious. But yeah, it's something, you know, experience. At least you could say that you go to the experience. But yes, again, hawker centers in Singapore are what you would call yeah, it's like your SM food court. But the thing is, in Singapore, you have to understand that you have to know the difference between halal and not halal, because they can be a bit strict about that. So, you have to know, like, where, like, when you're bussing it out, because you have to bus out your own food containers. If you're not eating halal food, you have to put it in the halal area, non-halal area, and then if it's halal, you have to put it in the halal area. And if you're not familiar with, like, halal food customs, it can be a bit tricky to know, like, you know, wait, which one should I put it in? That's why I just ended up putting everything in the halal food section, because, you know, that's better safe than sorry, I guess. No, it got in between. Okay, let's see. News says, if ever I were gonna be a streamer, I'd like to be as chill as well, as a default at least. Games like this or puzzle games would be the go-to, no? Yeah, it is. Puzzle games are a very good type of game to play to, you know, to give those chill vibes that I think that you're looking for. And New is also asking, what was the other Chinese restaurant on the level of Din Tai Fung? I think maybe you're talking about Tim Ho Wan. Honestly, I think Tim Ho Wan is pretty overrated. I'd rather go to Green Hills and order leching. Cheap, much cheaper, a lot tastier, honestly. If you're within the San Juan, Green Hills area, just order leching. Leching! Mga leching kayo! Mga leche! I still find it funny that one of our local curses is just pretty much calling people milk. Mga leche kayo! Ooh, this blueberry is at the edge! It's at the edge! Goodness gracious, it's edging. Okay, anyway. Don't take that out of context, chat. Ah! Fuck! Fuck! Damn it! Fuck! Okay. Yes, we have reached 5,000. 5,169. Okay, 69. Such a great run, though. Yeah, look at all them fruits, peeps. As long as she is happy, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna throttle somebody, and that somebody's gonna be me. Goodness gracious. Chat, make me feel good. I have no idea what to do. Yeah. Jonghurt says, that's the best score you've had. I know, right? This is the first time that I've actually reached this high. And what's this? Dom says, that has to be your high score unless you reach 69, 69. Okay, that's going to be the next goal, I suppose. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think that's going to be 69 on it, I guess. It's gonna be... Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. Do I continue? Do I keep yapping? Fuck it, we ball. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I don't know if I'm ever gonna reach this high again, but you know what? We're gonna keep going. Imagine this is what I'm gonna do if ever I do a donathon, okay? Like, yeah, 24 hours of Serjay playing Fruit Mountain. Imagine that, okay? That is true second monitor experience. For those who are only coming in a little bit later, I talked about how some people would say that, you know, you're only second monitor content as an insult, but I'm like, no, that's an honor, actually. I mean, you're probably not too busy to give me, like, your undivided attention, but the fact that you're still choosing to play my stream in the background is pretty cool to me. I would consider that an honor. So, yeah, because, you know, some people, some of us have lives. You know, some of us are busy with our obligations, but the fact that, you know, you still decide to lurk in my stream is pretty cool, and I'm thankful for everybody who still does that. You know, we gotta show our love to our lurkers. Let's go. What's this? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Din Tai Fung. I like Din Tai Fung. My family loves Din Tai Fung too. We have a tendency to eat at Din Tai Fung quite a lot whenever we eat out together. I guess we just like Chinese food. My family loves Chinese food. But Tim Ho Wan, not my thing. But a hawker center, again, is just like a food court. And if ever I go to hawker centers, usually I just like to order satay. Especially chicken satay. Chicken satay is the shit. It's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. Especially with the peanut sauce. Woo-wee! Just make sure that, you know, you don't have any adverse reactions to peanuts, or you need to use the toilet. Especially if you're gonna do a lot of walking. That's something. And make sure you don't go in the summer, because it's very hot there. And if you're like me and you love drinking a lot of water, bottled water in Singapore is not easy to come by. It's very expensive, and they don't really have a culture of drinking a lot of water like we do here in the Philippines for some reason, despite the fact that it can get very hot there too. I don't know why. But I guess it's because, you know, water doesn't really come easily as a natural resource to them, from what I understand. They have to import it, from what I understand. That's why they usually do like bottled water and not really like what we do. But even then, we can't drink the tap water here. Do not drink the tap water here. I remember growing up, and then I would watch some American movies, and then I would see them, you know, just casually opening the tap in the kitchen and then drinking the water from there. And I'm like, yo, that's so cool. Why don't we do that here? And I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's the reason why. Unless you want to develop, like, mutant powers, I suppose. It's not safe, is what I'm trying to say. So do not drink the tap water here, okay? Don't follow what you see in American movies. This is a safety reminder from your favorite color surfing DJ, Serjay Svek. Do not drink the tap water. Yeah, this is gonna be my last round for today. I still have a bunch of things that I need to edit. I have to edit the podcast too, so I have to do that. So again, if you want to go ahead and check out the VOD for this one, I now have the VODs available on one channel. So you can go ahead and do that. You can check the VOD, you can check the shorts, you can check the... What's this? You can check the highlights from this as well. So you can contribute to our never-ending discussion on this stream, which is, you know, how do you like your steak? We're truly raising the stakes this stream. You know, truly important discussions are being made. Strides are being made in the right direction of civilization. Yes. Gacha is bad civilization. Steak is not. What was I trying to say? My brain just died. Holy cow. But yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm having fun here. You know, I said I've had a pretty terrible. I guess you could say it was terrible because I've been lacking sleep by much more than I usually am already. Because I had to go to the hospital numerous times for rehab for my hands because I'm beginning to get carpal tunnel. So I feel a lot better, thankfully. But you know, I'm gonna expect me to do a little bit more this next week. So I haven't been able to do like regular streams, and my mood has plummeted. So it's like I can understand why some mutuals are like, you know, I want to stream, I want to create, I want to do stuff, I want to spend time with my community, and now I can really relate and sympathize with them on that because it makes them feel bad. Especially for those who say that they want to graduate or go on indefinite hiatus because they cannot stream. You know, as a fellow content creator, I can sympathize with that because, you know, if you really enjoy your time with your community, it really hurts not being able to deliver. And yeah, just appreciate the content creators that you idolize, especially in the VTuber sphere, because you know, you never know where they're gonna turn up. It's always a gamble of, you know, if they're gonna turn up in this way, this form or that form or whatever. So, you know, keep an eye out and respect the distance though if they don't want to be found. New says, get well soon though. Thank you, I appreciate that. I just find it hilarious. I keep telling the nurses in the rehab clinic that, yo, last year the pain was in my ring finger and my pinky finger because of ulnar nerve issues. Now it's carpal tunnel, so it's now my thumb, my pointer finger, and my middle finger. So we now hit bingo. That's just sad. But, you know, I have to make light of the situation somehow or I'm gonna go insane. You know how many times they have dipped my hands in wax That's actually a treatment, you know. If you have like issues with your hands, usually they would make me dip my hands in wax. During my treatment last year, I only had to do it once. But this year, every session, I have to dip my hands in hot paraffin wax. Candle wax, pretty much. So it's not hot. Like the pain is like on the scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 3. It's uncomfortable, but it's not like screaming. So, and you have to dip your hands in wax like 10 times each. And then it hardens. And then you have to wait like 20 minutes for it to harden. Because unlike hot water, wax can get hot and it stays hot, but it doesn't scald your hands like hot water would. So the wax treatment is there to help promote blood flow because of the heat. And it stays hot, but it never gets to that super uncomfortable point that I was talking about earlier. So it's pretty interesting, you know, how the people in the medical field decided, yeah, let's go ahead and dip our hands in wax to make you feel better. This is why, despite you know the faults of our current society, I'm still glad that I'm living in our current present, you know? There are many things that still need to be done, that need to be improved upon, but, you know, everything else considered, I'm happy that we get to live where we are. We get modern plumbing. We get our current medical advancements. Maybe in the future, in the time of our children and grandchildren, they will look at paraffin wax for our hands and say, "Oh, I can't believe our grandparents had to go through such a barbaric method." They would now have discovered something much, much better. And you know, that's great. I'm happy that... I'm not happy! I'm not happy that we were not able to advance that much anymore. But you know what? That is fine. That is fine. We were able to do so much today, and we had a very lively discussion, and I'm happy that we were able to do that. So I'm happy. I hope you were all happy. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream right here. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yoo-hoo! I'm peeking from under the table. You know, just doing a little sneaky. This has been very wholesome. That's good to hear. I tried to be as wholesome as possible. Yes. I tried to be as wholesome. The operative word is try. There we go. We have to really work out that issue with my Live 2D model because holy cow, what the heck happened to my phone? I think I need to get like a stronger charger cable. Maybe that's the secret, so that I can actually make sure that we don't die. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sneaking. I'm gonna be forced to sneaky every single time. But yes, thank you very much everyone again for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to catch the VOD, I'm actually multi-streaming on YouTube. So if you want to go ahead and see our discussion, the VOD is available on YouTube right now. You can check out my Best of Serjay video on the YouTube channel, which is the best of my clips from February 2025. And you can check out my latest stream clip, which is about the art chair on a hotel. I don't know what you all call it, but I call it the art chair. You know, for art, if you're gonna do group studies and you need to do some, you know, you need to have some subjects. Anyway, let's go ahead and see here. There we go. You know, just for the benefit of people who might be looking to raid me, you know, there's nothing more embarrassing than me sending out my community to other people and then finding out they're about to end their stream. It's like, what? Okay, so I'd rather not have to force my community to go through that, so let's not do that. Thanks for the great stream. Thank you, too, for being amazing in keeping me company, despite the fact that I had no idea what I was planning to do. So, you know, having all of you around, whether you were chatting or lurking, is a great help for me. So thank you so much. We'll go ahead and raid now, and thank you, too, once again, for hanging out with me. I hope that the stream brought a little more color to your day. Again, my name is Serjay, saying you take care, always stay safe, and keep the world turning. Bye now. Salamat Svek. Love y'all. Take care.